Hello. On Sunday afternoon during our social time, Laura Campbell and I were remembering that it was almost a year ago on March 13th when we received notification during Stations of the Cross that our churches would be shutting down for the foreseeable future due to the pandemic. We had no idea that we would be closed for so long. I am grateful to everyone who has continued to worship with us during this time, to all of the talented people who have provided worship and made it possible for us to produce our services for you. The purpose of this video is to let you know that under new diocesan guidance, we are returning to in-person worship. This is an exciting time, and so I am happy to share that news with you. We will be resuming worship on Sunday, March 14th. The service will be held at 9:30. The purpose of that is that we want to find a time for both the 8:15 and the 10:30 groups to be able to worship together. The vestry felt that 9:30 was the best time. We will continue to provide online worship as we have done over the last year, but we will also live stream the service that we have in person. The current plan for this Sunday, March 14th at 9:30, is that we will meet outdoors. We will meet in back of the church. The hope is that we will be able to block some of the noise from the bypass and provide a better environment for our worship service. Currently, there is only a 16% chance of rain, and it looks like the forecast is going to be nice and warm. You're invited to bring chairs with you to sit. Spacing will be 6 feet apart between either individuals or family pods. Masks will be required. But we will go over the details of the requirements in just a moment. If you do come on Sunday, we ask that you either park in the parking lot out front or that you park in the grassy area closest to Country Club Road, saving spaces closer to the seating area for those who are participating from their cars. Please note that in order to be able to participate in the service in person, contact tracing is still required, and that means that you're going to have to register via Realm in order to attend. If you have not yet set up your Realm account and have trouble, I produced a brief video earlier that explains how to log into Realm. If you need assistance, you're more than welcome to contact me directly, and I will help you with that. But now is the time to get set up in Realm if you've not done it already. You must register, and so what you'll want to do is you'll want to go to events, and you'll want to look for the upcoming events. Click on the link for worship on Sunday, March 14th, and you'll be able to register for that event. Again, if you need help, please contact me directly via email is preferable, but you may also text me, and I'm happy to help you. We're returning to in-person worship now because the diocesan guidance has changed and the spread rate in Bullitt County is low enough to allow us to do so. But I also need to remind you that we have to be flexible because circumstances can change and we might have to move the service due to weather, or we might have to go back to online only if there's a spike in cases. We'll try to give you as much notice as possible in order to do that. At this time, I'm going to share with you the guidelines for outdoor worship that have been provided by the diocese. We're allowed to have up to 75 people in person for outdoor worship. The maximum length of the service for outdoors can be up to 1.5 hours. Because masks are required between individuals or households, you must remain 6 feet apart on all sides. We will endeavor to indicate for you the flow of traffic so that we keep people from having to cross paths head on. So we will try to have signs or other indication of the flow of traffic, especially for getting to your seats, leaving, receiving communion, and so forth. As I said, online registration is required. We need to have name and contact information for all people in your party who will be attending, so that we are able to do necessary tracing in the event that someone does find themselves sick. While we're outside, we will not be assigning spaces. When we move inside, we will begin assigning particular seats. Let's see. In regard to the Eucharist, we continue to only be able to offer the Eucharist in one kind. And so that means that we will have hosts rather than the bread that we had been accustomed to. And those hosts will be distributed using tongs, so that we try to maintain as little contact as possible. There will be no singing yet at our services. While there is some provision for it, the service that we will have at 9:30 will be a SED service, and there will be no music. We cannot pass offering plates, so we continue to ask you to make your contributions either online, or you can send your contribution to the church. There will be an offering plate that is stationary. So if you want to bring your offering, there will be a stationary offering plate where you can place that. Okay? We will have hand sanitizer available in contactless dispensers. We will have bulletins for you. Those bulletins, we ask you, once you're given the bulletin, that you hold on to that and you can take that home with you. Restrooms continue to be for emergency use only. So that's one of the things that you might want to plan ahead and make a potty stop before you leave the house. We are not yet going to begin having coffee service. While coffee hour is a very important part of our life together here at Trinity, we still are not ready for clustering of groups that may be unmasked in order to drink coffee. So at this time, we will not be having coffee hour. We will not be touching during the peace. So you need to either bow or give a peace sign or make some gesture to those around you in order to exchange the peace. With regard to contact tracing again, should anyone come down with COVID having attended one of the services, please contact the church office immediately and let us know so that we can make sure that people are informed. We will not share names of anyone who is ill, but we will contact the diocese, the health department, and the people who attended to make sure that everyone is aware. We also will be providing nursery service. Now, when you go to register, because the guidelines for nursery service are much more strict than they are for our worship, or especially since we're meeting outdoors. So if you are going to bring children who will need nursery service, you'll need to indicate that when you do your registration online. So that is the good news. That's the exciting news. We're excited to be able to begin offering in-person worship. You will see in the email a list of the services that we have planned through Easter Day. And so we will continue to provide a mixture of online and in-person worship all the way through Easter. And we ask you to be very patient with us and bear with us because circumstances may change that cause us to have to shift gears at the last moment in order to keep everyone as safe as possible. But we're excited to see you this Sunday, and I hope that you will take a moment and go and register for Realm so that we can worship together on Sunday, March 14th at 9:30 a.m.